it's Maverick Pete of Maverick Outdoors. Just trekking through my local ancient forest, which is about 4 square miles of woodlands. And as I say, it's about 7:30 on a Saturday summer's evening, and I'm going to find a place to set up bivvy. That I've just panned round over there, I might actually find a spot, because I'm tarping between trees tonight, so I'm not going to use any basher extendable bivvy poles. But I'll just pan round, let you see where I'm walking through, because in the next half hour I want to start setting up my basher. So the sun's cascading through the branches. Okay, I found a space where I'm sort of right in the middle of the woods. It's now just gone 8 o'clock, so I've just set up the ridge point of the tarp. You can see I've sort of bungee corded and hooked it, and the other end as well. There's no dead wood around, so there's no widowmaker trees anywhere. So this is going to be the spot while there's still a bit of daylight, a little bit of sun, just that last little bit setting over in the west. I want to get this set up and make something to eat in a little while, so the next time you'll see the basher is when all the tarps all set up. Okay, this is the view that I woke up to on the Sunday morning after setting my tarp up last night in between 2 trees, and opened out my sleeping bag fully except for the bottom corner, which I just kept zipped up, which created a hood to go over the top of my boots so that I could open up the sleeping bag like a quilt for both of us to sleep under. Anyway, I'm going to get the stove going now. Okay, there's a little bit of a panoramic view of some of the woods that are surrounding me where I pitched my tarp last night, but I'll just take you through the woods to the area where I bivvied for the night. See 2 bungees. That little bit of wood here was just to bring it so I could sort of centre it. Otherwise, if it actually stayed to the centre, it would have pulled the ridge over that way a little bit, so I just blocked it out just to sort of align it, and then fixed it down there. And then just to raise this point up a little bit, so it gave a bit more space underneath here. I just found all the wood that I've used is all just dead wood that's been that was actually on the ground anyway. But I found a piece that I just carved out a little bit of a notch there to hook that, so it gives it sort of an 8-point fix, the 2 ridges, one either end, and then each corner here, and then of course this midpoint. And I've got then one over the other side, which is done slightly differently, just by luck. Just happened to have an elastic band fixed onto the loop of the tarp. So what I did on this side, got another piece that I just twined with that. It's not really cordage as such, it's just some very bendy bits of branch that were coming off of this tree just here, and so I brought this over just to lean it over and pull this out a little bit, and then just fasten the camo netting, because there are some public paths sort of right the way over there and also over that direction, but there's not really access. Well, you can come in through here, but actually it's not as if your normal Joe Public's going to sort of come over this way. So of course any viewpoint would be over that end or that end, hence just utilising the camo netting, which I like to use. I thought, well, I brought it with me, so I might as well use it, so of course I've done it either end. So there you go, sit down, gosh. Sit down, good girl. I'm now going to finish my cup of tea. Cheers. Another thing that I could have done with this configuration of tarp, albeit it's sort of quite enclosed around here with all the trees of the forest, but if the wind had kicked up a little bit and it had been quite breezy during the night, what I would have done is literally just lowered all of the tarp all the way down. So I'd adjusted this end, taken it further down, the same the other end, would have disconnected the bungees and connected these 4 corners, either side, those 2, and then the other 2 on each corner. I'd have just lowered it down, so this edge would have been actually against the ground. So I'd have had sort of like the A shape, but basically just taking it down by about 2 to 3 foot, so it encased me more within the tarp itself. So quite a versatile, but if I didn't want to take it too low, then obviously I could still keep the bungees there because they'd release some of the stretch, but obviously I wouldn't want it flapping around in the breeze. So as I say again, if the wind had really kicked up, I could have just lowered it all the way down and had the bottom 2 length of the edges touching the ground, and I'd been nice and sealed and cosy.